All life is on a spectrum. We tend to separate certain aspects of life, including science and spirituality, and nature and medicine. However, everything is connected. We have very common labels such as God, demons, angels, religion. We may have expanded on those labels in modern times to include spirituality, ETs, aliens, ghosts. The importance behind these labels is whether or not we recognize if something is positive or negative in our lives. We are long overdue for graduation from the negativity on this planet. The idea of duality has gotten out of hand on Earth. We don't need evil in the darkness on this planet in order to grow. We have enough obstacles within ourselves to be resisting forces of discovery. What we're doing here is like a play. We're playing roles, and everything and everyone around us are like props in a play that we get to interact with, that creates our story. We are souls at the most basic level. We're all connected, and we are all from Source. What one person perceives may be seen by someone else very differently. We are all on a spectrum of spiritual growth, and our level of awareness impacts what we perceive. We have individual consciousness, and we also have a collective consciousness. This means that what we do also affects others. This means we must consider something called creative responsibility. It means that we are all connected and that we are responsible for what we think, for what we create, and what we do. From a human perspective, we are running out of time. Our people, the planet, and the animal people on the planet have suffered greatly because of lack of creative responsibility. It's very easy to create products that harm the environment, packaging that harms the environment, and create services like nuclear energy and oil, and then say there are too many people on the planet. The real issue is that we are not living in harmony with the planet. Every soul that is here for a reason. Discernment is very important in our lives. This means that we, on a regular basis, have to be willing to reevaluate our perspective. My near-death experience happened when I was much younger. I had a minor surgery that went very wrong. I almost died and lost consciousness. It was as if a layer of distortion was removed from me. However, it wasn't until later when I was able to undergo hypnosis that I could build on that experience. The information was so progressive that I didn't know what to do with that information at the time. Through hypnosis, I was reminded of how urgent time was, and that it was time to share and to focus on the mission, and that mission is conscious awareness. I went somewhere else. I didn't see a tunnel, I didn't see relatives, and I did not see God. I traveled so fast above the earth that I can't process what I saw. And then I came into a place. When I got there, I was alone at first, but then a man came through a veil or curtain. And the first thing that I understood was that I knew him. And then I marveled in his beauty and his strength. I also became aware that there were others that were behind the curtain or veil, and they were not coming through, but I was connected to all of them. And we all could speak together telepathically. I also understood that they are my soul family. They reminded me of why I came, and we spoke, and then I came back. The last thing that I remember in the experience, and the first thing I remember waking up, was being pulled away from this man very quickly. Some people get caught up in the props. Some people try to steal a plot or to change someone's character. Some like to create chaos, and some are very good at this. But we must focus on something much deeper than the carnal play that we're currently in. We are responsible for our soul growth. We're responsible for our creations. We are co-creators. We must grow beyond the narratives that we've been given. God is beyond religion. He's not a man on a throne who is angry and demands our worship. He doesn't need to feed off of our energy in order to elevate himself. The source God is in all of us. He is not in a synagogue or a church. He's within us. In fact, he is not a he, and he isn't a she. He is source. We must realize that everything is connected and that we are out of balance on this planet. We must rebalance ourselves and stop following others. We must learn to lead ourselves. We've been so conditioned to follow society, politicians, leaders. We need to take back the reins and become our own authority. Think for ourselves. You see, we've developed a entitlement through complacency, and this has created unrealistic expectations. Those that are dark have been able to infiltrate their darkness into so many aspects of society, in part because of this. We must take control of our thoughts and get off of autopilot. We've been distracted by daily grind of work and school, paying taxes. We've lived in a slavery society based on scarcity. We need to become an evolved society based on abundance and respect for free will. Kindness is seriously lacking, and we need to bring that in a very big way. We've only had this type of kindness in between our lives, where we truly understand that we are all connected. Our future is fluid, and this means that we can take a path of peace or we can have destruction. There is nothing written in the past that can make the future written in stone. We need to let go of the darkness and let go of the deterministic mentality that focuses on the end of the world. Instead, we need to focus on a new chapter for humanity, a new beginning. We must take back our driver's seat and become our own experts, our own creators, and our own authority. We can cure cancer. We can heal the planet. We can have free energy. It already exists. We can let go of greed and hate and control. We have power. We have just forgotten. I don't have all the answers. I can only share my perspective. I'm not a guru. I'm not someone that you should follow. I am simply a messenger and a teacher at heart. Lead yourself and seek the truth. Know yourself and become your own authority. Don't make celebrities out of others. Always be willing to reconsider your thoughts. Don't worship others. Work on yourself, and by doing so, our world will become brighter and more positive. By doing inner work, you also contribute to the collective consciousness. And this means that our world can become brighter and more positive. By doing inner work, you're also contributing to that global consciousness so that we can rise above chaos, destructive behaviors, selfishness, and greed. We can seek balance and peace within ourselves, and that will create more peace in our world. There are those that are watching. There are some that are watching and hoping that we fail. But then there are those, like my soul family, that are watching with great anticipation and hoping that we will succeed and become more than what we are. And remember more of who we are in soul. We need to wake up. We forget we're so much more than just a corporate executive or a politician, a celebrity, an artist, a teacher. We are what our soul is. We are kind or unkind. We are selfish or selfless. We are destructive or creative. We are seeking the truth, or we are manipulating others. We must seek the truth. And we can only do that by taking personal responsibility for our soul growth and its creation. It's time for us to remember who we are.